Today's story is about a young boy who was captured in war and brutally killed at the age of 14. Jose Sanchez was born in 1913 in Mexico. He was the third of four children. Jose was a devout Catholic and grew up with a strong devotion to Our Lady of Guadalupe. When Jose was only 12 years old, the Cristero Wars began in Mexico. During this period in history, the Mexican government attempted to extinguish the influence of the Catholic Church throughout the country. It persecuted the Catholic Church by seizing property, closing religious schools and convents, and executing Catholic priests. In defense of the Church, the peasants of many of the central and western states in Mexico rebelled against the government. Even though he was too young to join the rebellion, Jose desperately wanted to be a Cristero and stand up for his faith. He pleaded with his mother, saying, "Mama, do not let me lose the opportunity to gain heaven so easily and so soon." He was eventually allowed to join the effort as a flag bearer. During one clash between the Cristero troops and the federal forces, the Cristero leader's horse was killed and he was in danger of being captured. Jose saw this and quickly got up off his horse and handed it to his general. "My general," he said, "take my horse and save yourself. You are more needed by this cause than I am." The general managed to escape, but the federal troops captured Jose, taking him to the town of Soatea, beating and rebuking him along the way. "We are going to see how much of a man you really are," they told him. During his imprisonment, Jose was not at all worried about his coming death. He wrote a letter to his mom saying, "Do not be worried about my death, as this would make me suffer. Be courageous and send me your blessing together with the blessing of my father." His godfather, who was with the Mexican government, didn't want to kill the boy and offered him various proposals so as to save his life. He offered to register Jose in a prestigious military school or send him to the United States. But Jose refused these temptations, since in order to get them, he would have to deny his faith. They also asked his family for a ransom of 5,000 pesos, but Jose also rejected this offer, saying that his faith was not for sale. On February 10th of 1928, they transferred Jose to a building close to where he was being held and told his family that he would be shot. One of his aunts managed to bring him communion. There, the soldiers tortured him. They cut off the bottom of his feet, and Jose was forced to walk through town. Along the way, Jose recited the rosary, prayed for his enemies, sang songs to Our Lady of Guadalupe, and proclaimed, "I will never give in. Vivo Cristo Rey y Santa Maria de Guadalupe." Along the way, the soldiers also at times cut him with a machete until he was bleeding from several wounds. He cried and moaned with pain, but he did not give in. At times they stopped him and said, "If you shout, 'Death to Christ the King,' we will spare your life." Jose would only shout, "I will never give in. Viva Cristo Rey." When Jose was finally marched to the cemetery, the soldiers stood him in front of a shallow grave and began to stab him. With each strike, he shouted, "Long live Christ the King! Long live Holy Mary of Guadalupe!" Then, a military leader shot him twice in the head and put his lifeless body in the small grave and covered him with dirt. A baby in Mexico was miraculously healed through the intercession of Jose. This miracle was confirmed by the Pope, and Jose was canonized as saint on October 16, 2016. Jose should inspire people to love the one very real God who created heaven and earth, and help us to see that outside of God, nothing else matters. So that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, got something out of it, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I will try to answer as many as I can.